My bad, YouTube. I went live wrong. So I had set it up for my Patreon for later on and ended up going live there. So it's okay. It's all good. It's all good. I'm here now. Hello. Hello. How are you? Hello, my love. Hi. I'm so happy to see you. I've been out of town. I went to Los Cabos with my best friend. So I'm so happy to be back. I feel not rested, but I'm happy. Yeah, me too. I'm glad to see you. How has everything been? And I'm going live today on Patreon so that I missed you too. I'm going live today on Patreon at 1:30 so that we can create a powerful black salt to do spell work with and to protect our home and stuff like that. So can you hear me good? I don't feel like yelling today. Hi, baby. Hello, hello. Hello. I'm so happy to see you guys. I really missed y'all. I really, really missed y'all. I'm going to give it about one more minute. I mean, we're just going to start. Okay, great, great, great. I'm going to do about one more minute and then we're going to just go ahead and get started because anybody else can just watch the playback. But I'm going to make a traditional black salt on YouTube, and then we're going to go to Patreon and make a kick-ass black salt that I normally would use in my spell work, the one that I would recommend. But the traditional black salt works for protection and all of that good stuff. And that is a very beautiful, and you can add on to it however you want to. So let's just go ahead and get started because y'all know how it is. So black salt, I have my notes, not a bunch. I just got like a few little jotted down things of what I wanted to really talk about with it. It's really used for cleansing and protecting. Okay. I've always known it as something that will protect your home when you put it around your home, something for your doorsteps, something for your windows, and it will keep people, places, and things, hello, my love, out of your home. Okay. So with black salt, I have started years ago using it in spell work, especially if I'm doing like defensive magic or offensive magic. I will use the black salt. So what will happen is I will put it in my candle work, put it in even baths at times. Let's say I'm doing a protection bath for myself and I don't have too many, like it's a traditional black salt. I will add that to my bath, the traditional one, not the one that I use in the spell work, because that one has a lot of different chemicals and things in it, and you don't really want to use that in your bath. Okay. And that's the one that I'm going to show you guys on Patreon. But the traditional black salt you can use in your spiritual baths. Now, how I love using black salt is walking around my home counterclockwise. So what I will do is make the black salt, then I will start at my front door. I will cleanse my front door, my front steps. I will usually do some type of floor wash to wash away any negative energy that has come towards my home, especially if I feel like I've had somebody in my home that had negative energy or negative intentions towards me. Okay? That is first and foremost. Secondly, then you'll walk around and you'll go counterclockwise around your home with your black salt, sprinkling it and banishing or removing whoever it is from your property, even if it's like from theft, from anything, from harm, from the police. You can make a black salt for police protection. I do that for my clients. I'm just saying, but it's all in how you tailor your black salt. It doesn't have to be the traditional mix, but the traditional mix is what I'm going to show you on YouTube so that you can have that base. Okay. And then you can add on according to how you see fit. Now, in my black salts, I really don't normally add herbs per se. But if you find a herb that you love using, you are more than welcome to do your magic however you feel. You know, it's all in you. All right. Hey, babies. Hello, hello. Hi, my loves. So, really, so what we want you to do is what I want you to do is walk around counterclockwise the whole way, sprinkling the black salt and repeating over and over your ritual, whatever your prayer is. Please do not ever allow, and it needs to have passion in it. Don't sound calm, cool, and collected like I am today. Okay. You want to have vigor and passion. You want to be adamant about this person, these people never coming to your home. Okay. Even if you're working for a client, the energy has to be in it or the spell will not work. You are the conduit. You are the person channeling the energy. You're the magician. Okay. Period. So you have to be in it, mind, body, and soul. In all of the dimensions, you have to be fully in the spell so that the spell can fully work. And then while you're working with the universe and all of the other things and using the proper herbs and stuff to get the right vibration and all of that stuff comes into the spell work. So when you're doing your banishing or your protection around your home, you need to be fully engulfed in that. You can't be sitting there singing and lollygagging and shimmering and all that, and then that's not how it works. Okay, you have to be in it. You have to be saying how this person is not this, is not that, and you don't want them in your home, or you don't want the police. You know, even if you, however you say it, whatever you're trying to banish or keep away, you need to be very vigorous about how you come across. All right, that's the most important thing is your energy as you're pushing out this spell. With that being said, you go around your home. When you get to the front of your home, you want to end the spell and then say, and so it is, you know, with the power vested in me, the spirit, the Holy Spirit, whoever, however you do. For me, it's my ancestors, God, my ancestors, and I. That's how I close out my spell work. Okay. And you'll learn those little things as you go along your flow. Now, if you want to do a specific prayer, you can get the Psalms protection book. And I'm going to pull it out for you guys real quick so y'all can see it. But if you have, I'm pretty sure y'all have seen this before. This is a great, matter of fact, if I don't read any other books. I've purchased some and to support other people like me, but I'd never read them. Never. The only book in all of my life that I have ever opened up and used spells from is The Power of the Psalms. Okay? Period. Or I will take a holy Bible and I will ask a question. This is how I used to do it back in the day, and just open up the Bible, and whatever passage it landed on was the answer. And that's how I would work through things. The Bible and The Power of the Psalms. The only two books I've ever used in my spell work. And when I was a little girl, my grandmother had a book of spells, and I used a spell out of her book when I was a little girl. I remember doing that too. I don't remember the name of the book, but I remember, and the spell worked really, really well. I wish I could find that book today. That was a good ass book of spells that she had. But other than that, I've never used any other literature. You can read, but all you're going to be reading is their version, whatever they learned, and the universe is going to channel whatever they need for you to know. They're going to make sure you're right in front of the person that's going to show you the right way. And then you take that and you go. but they don't want you to go like how they used to do in the 70s and 80s and be doing all type of dark shit. They want you to cultivate a good life. You see what I'm saying? Happiness, joy, love, abundance, all of that type of stuff. So when you're doing the protection, you have to make sure that you're fully engulfed. That's really what I wanted to say. Anyway, so with the black salt, let's go ahead and make some. Because you can, while we're making it, we can talk about the different types of magic that I tend to use. And I love using black salt for banishings, okay? Point blank period. If I'm trying to banish somebody, black salt is an automatic. And especially my recipe that I'm going to be giving y'all on Patreon. This recipe right here is the basic black magic recipe. It starts off with black coal, the one you can activate, and that's clean. You don't want to use any coal like the grocery store coal. If you need coal, I sell it in my beginner witch kits. I don't sell them like individually, but I do have them. So if you want a beginner witch kit, you can go to my website. Do I have the beginner witch kits on my website? I believe I do. And you can grab a kit and it has everything you need to be a witch in the kit. Okay. So I'll usually start off with 1 or 2 coals. Today I'm going to do 1. Let me bring the camera down. Get yourself a mortar and pestle for this. Okay. This is not something you can't use a mortar. You can't use a mortar and pestle with. Black coal. And you want to not use the mortar and pestle that you normally use for your light work, unless you're just making this black salt maybe once every few months, and this is the only dark thing that you're doing. Do not mix your dark and your light work in your mortar and pestles. Keep it just the dark work. Okay? All right. I'm going to go ahead and smash this up. I don't want you to hear all the banging too hard on the table, guys. But you want to bang and smash that coal up. The one that I'm going to show you guys on Patreon is a bit dangerous, and it's not something I would recommend to just put on YouTube to the public like that. Okay? Ooh. So I'm going to go ahead and, but this is the traditional one. Well, for me, the traditional one. So we're going to smash this coal up. Just like that. And you want it to be more smashed up. You want it to be a powder. So put some elbow grease in there. Turn it into a powder. There you go. There I go. A whole powder. Then we're going to add some ash. It can be ash from an incense. It can be ash from when you're burning anything. I have ash here from spell work in this container, but I'm just going to use the ash from the resins and things that I did the last time. We're just going to slide that ash right in there. Just the ash. And you want to mix that up. And then we're going to add some sea salt. About a teaspoon of sea salt, I would recommend. Now, for me, one extra thing that is simple to add to this will be crushed red pepper flakes. That will make it a bit, add the heat to it so that if anything dark or negative come towards you, it'll be blocked. Cayenne pepper you can add to this. Okay. Those are like traditional things that people put in their black salt. Okay. And there we have it. black salt. And this is what the one that you can take a bath with. Don't add the cayenne pepper if you want to take a bath with it. Leave it just like this if you want to use it in your bath work. And you can take a bath with the charcoal because it's 100% like chemical free. Like is that type of, because we're burning this in our home. So we don't want to be ingesting a bunch of chemicals. So get the ones, the activated charcoals like this. Don't go to the grocery store and buy those. That's not what you need. All right. And this is exactly what you will sprinkle at your front door, sprinkle around your home, and say whatever ritual. Okay. Go through your powers or your psalms. I can tell you a couple of psalms you could use now. See, I don't want to destroy anybody. Okay, so you can do Psalms 73. Psalms 83. Psalms 64. Psalms 140 is protecting against lying lips. Psalm 64 is protecting against enemies and secret enemies. That's the one that I was looking for right there. Psalms 64 is the main one you want. That's to protect you from your enemies. And you can repeat that Psalms and put the person's name specifically that you don't want towards your home or your secret enemies, the police. Enemies known and unknown is what I say when I'm doing my spell work. And that will be when I'm throwing shit back. Oh, if I don't even know who you are, you still catching it. Enemies, all enemies, known and unknown, catches it back. Write that down. Okay. But this is your traditional black salt. And again, you can add cayenne to this. You can add a number of things to this. If you want to know a real kick-ass recipe, you'll have to come to my Patreon because the one that I use is not safe for YouTube. I'm sorry, guys. My YouTube channel might get in trouble because we're doing heavy stuff. It's like real heavy, it's not a game. It's not a game. All right. So that's about it. Again, you can use this in your offensive and defensive magic. And it can be in anything protective, anything banishing, okay? I don't even know what time it is. Oh, it's only 12:40. Okay. So we have time. Does anybody have questions for me as far as how to use it? Anything. Okay. Well, I don't think anybody has any questions. So I'm going to go ahead and prepare for Patreon and get all the herbs and everything together. Well, not herbs, but my resins and stuff together for that. So I'll see y'all on Patreon in a few minutes. All right. I love y'all and I'll see y'all later. Bye, babies.